Greetings. Passport bros are distancing themselves from Floyd Wallace case in Brazil. So again, the passport bros around the world, they are distancing themselves from the Floyd Wallace case in Brazil. That is a fact. They're saying that he is not a passport bro. He doesn't represent us. And his case is like, he got to deal with his case and do not call him a passport bro. So that's what's going on right now. But just to give you an update on Floyd Wallace case in Brazil, it's not good. It is not good. It is not good. Out of sight, out of mind. I told you guys you're not going to hear too much about his case. Now, there's some guys that were hanging with Floyd Wallace in Brazil, but now they're distancing themselves from him, saying they didn't know he was like that. And some people trying to say that he might be autistic. You know, they didn't see him with any children, things like that. And some people are speculating that Brazil wants Austin Hollerman. They're trying to get to Floyd to get to Austin Hollerman because they want him back. Whatever the case is, yes, he is presumed innocent. You know how we do over here. We cover legal cases over here. So this might be an international case, guys, that we could follow on this channel. If you don't know who he is, I'm going to explain that in a second. So Floyd, let me just explain who Floyd Wallace is now. So Floyd Wallace Jr., he has a YouTube page. I forget the name of it right now. I'll get it later. He has two of them. I think it's, I forget something foreign, something, I can't remember. But a lot of passport bros know who he is, but they're distancing themselves from him, which I understand. But Floyd, his name is Floyd Wallace Jr. He used to train. He used to, travel to different countries. He went to Thailand, and he's saying how American women don't really like us and stuff like that. He had the whole big thing, and I call him a passport bro, but the passport bros don't like that. Now, the person that coined the term passport bro is actually a bro, and he really meant it for the brothers that travel. But now everybody is claiming passport bro. But now some people are distancing themselves from that term passport bro, because Brazil, they are labeling certain people now. Well, the people that hung with him. And they had been watching. I told you guys they had him under investigation. They had been watching him for a very long time. And now his case has made national headlines in Brazil. Also, Austin Hollerman. He made the news in Brazil, talking about how he didn't know the guy was like this and things like that. It's a whole mess over there right now. Now, what is he being accused of? Okay, you're probably saying that. Trying to arrange dates with, they saying, people under the age of 15. You feel me? I can't go no deeper than that. They can't go deeper more into his case without getting banned or restricted. But just know that he's on some Epstein type mess, man. Okay? Just put it that way. He's on some Epstein. Okay? I mean, just to put it like that. So, but there's a lot of guys that have been hanging with this dude. Hey, Fiona, how you doing? Good morning. You were right, Fiona. I was floored. I was taken away when you told me where you were. I was like, whoa. I was like, you don't did it now. Like this, you've been to a lot of places. Yeah, but Fiona, this case is getting crazy. Excuse me. Floyd Wallace, guys, it's getting crazy. All you have to do is just Let me see. Let me see what we could do here because I've used up a lot of my data. I don't know if I'm going to be able to let you hear it. But Floyd Wallace, guys, he is in a world of trouble. Floyd Wallace. I'm going to see if I could bring up what Austin Holloman was saying, because now he distancing himself from him. Somebody say here, this Floyd Wallace situation is why I cannot be a passport bro. There ain't nobody hollering passport bro no more. They trying to say, he on his own, yo. Somebody said here, O'Shea Duke Jackson. He said the passport bros. Shout out to O'Shea Duke Jackson. I made his video one time. Passport bros are finished in Brazil after this. Let's listen to what he had to say. If I can. I'm running out of data. Having data issues. It won't reset until the 5th. So my data is all the way screwed. I'm gonna wait till that load up. But just know that
on November 14th, 2024, I released a video called YouTuber Goes Broke Clapping Cheeks.
Let me just let it load up a little bit. Guys, this is, yeah. So Brazil, he's facing 30 years over there. Yeah, you said the African girl did a vlog about Austin and mentioned that he's in Kenya. Yeah, he's in Kenya right now. Yes. Austin Holloman. Yep, Austin Holloman. Now, he was hooked up with this guy here. They did a vlog together. He said, because when this guy came all the way to Brazil, this is the first time he came to Brazil, and he hooked up with Austin Holloman. He went to Brazil with no clothes. He didn't have no luggage. He just had his passport, his wallet, and his backpack with his computer stuff in it. That's all he had. He ain't had no clothes, no toiletries to brush his teeth, no soap, no nothing. Okay? No brush for his hair, nothing. He just showed up just like that. And then Austin had to take him to the store to buy him some, toiletries and, some clothes, things like that, to survive. Okay? I'm kidding. I'm telling you guys, that's what happened. Now, you might say to yourself, how is Max? I don't believe it. How is he going to go all the way to Brazil with no clothes? He did. He went all the way there. Some people seem to think he might be autistic. But regardless of the fact, that's what he did. He went all the way there. Okay? And hold on. He went all the way there. Okay? With no toiletries. He didn't even have no toiletry bag. You said it sounds like he had a go bag without a few essentials. Nope, he just had his computer stuff. Okay? Charger, things like that. Passport. As we say in Espanol, pasaporte. His passport. His pasaporte. He had nothing to clean himself with. Nothing. So I knew right then and there, this dude's something up with this dude. Okay? I knew right then and there. Now, like I said, I've been watching on the low about these guys. What's going on, King James? Yeah, these guys, listen. I'm gonna let you hear what this guy had to say in a second. Well, let's listen to it, because like I said, my data is messed up. So I have to wait. All right, here we go.
Now he's in jail. And that video was about a guy by the name of Floyd. And Floyd was a guy from Omaha, Nebraska, who was a very troubled individual. And he kept having a lot of problems. So much so, Floyd would intentionally go and bother police on purpose and then record it on YouTube.
Okay, I guess.
Let me tell you this, sir.
All right.
Somebody called us,
Cars, profit.
told us that you were messing around our police cars at the police department. We watched you on camera. You're hiding behind these cars, and we want to know what your business is around our police cars.
Can you put your weapon away, sir, please?
Boy, y'all sit your stupid ass down. Who the think you is? Now, this channel of Floyd was called Omaha Cop Watch, ID Refusal. He would purposely do this, put all of his encounters with the police across the world on this channel. Now, in this situation, he could have lost his life, but for him, that was adrenaline. Now, for a guy who would do stuff like this just for views, imagine what kind of guy this would be in person. But the problem is that Floyd was not really successful. He was broke. I mean, if you keep going to jail all the time, then, well, you won't have no money.
He's right, you know.
When you're a guy like Floyd and you have his pitch and tonality or voice and you're not successful, well, all of a sudden black women don't want to date you. And so Floyd decided that he would take his dysfunctional ass to the passport bro community.
All right, stop right there. Like he said, his dysfunctional ass took himself to the passport bro community. Okay, that's what a lot of these dysfunctional guys do. They go to the passport bro community. Okay, and some of these guys, they're awkward. Not all of them, not all of them. But some of these guys that go to Thailand and stuff, they're socially awkward. And they know they have to pay. Okay, they have to rent girlfriends. It's called renting them. They got to go rent. Now, you can go all the way to Thailand. Is it possible to go all the way to Thailand and find you a girlfriend? The answer is yes. Just like you can find a girlfriend where you live at. But they don't do that. They go there for other purposes. And they act like they're not, but they are. This guy was doing the same thing. And he got hooked up with a woman in Thailand. He was so happy too when he got hooked up with somebody. As soon as he got there, he got hooked up with somebody, of course. He was all happy. He was vlogging about it. And I said, this guy's just a straight weirdo. That's just all I thought about. He's a little weird. I didn't say weirdo. He's a little weird. And occasionally I'll see people talk about him in the community within that sector, the passport bro sector. They'll eventually bring his name up sometime. He gets around. For somebody that he say that's not successful, he sure as hell travel a lot. He gets around. You know, he's been to, I believe he's been to DR. I believe he's been to Colombia. But now he made his way to Brazil. Yeah, socially awkward. Yes, socially awkward. And yeah, so he was on that type of kick. Oh, black women don't want him and this and that. But he's not the #1 passport bro, though. I haven't introduced you guys to him yet. I don't know if I'm going to, because they watch. You know, everybody watch everybody. And I don't dislike the guy. But this guy is the #1 passport bro. He has the title. He unified all titles, Antoine. He's unified all the belts. He said, when I start describing him, the passport bros are going to know who I'm talking about. But he was like, you know, I've been all through Southeast Asia. And he said he got him a nice place in Bangkok. And then he got him a girlfriend he met in Philippines, I believe. And he said she goes everywhere he goes. She likes what he likes. And the first thing I thought about was coming to America. I like what you like. I like what you like. He said, bark like a dog. That's the first thing I thought about. He said, he said, me and her just went to the arcade for a date. They went and got some fast food. He said she was happy with that. And she's like holding his arm the whole time, looking at him the whole time. This dude is he yes, he has the IBF, the WBA, the WBC, and the WBO and the Ring Magazine champ for Passport Bros. He unified the title. And you could tell he's socially awkward, but he got a little bit of macking about himself now. He said, and look, he said when he was in the States, he was nobody. But he said over there, he's all that. You see what I'm saying? Like, he don't got his swag to him. Yeah, I have to introduce you to him one day. But this guy, he's doing good. You know, he works from home. Got him an old lady. He's happy. Because a lot of these guys that are socially awkward, let me just say this. There's nothing wrong with them going overseas to get their groove back. I would rather for them to do that than get so frustrated over here that they pick up a firearm, and you know what I mean. So if they can go somewhere and feel like they're a man, then do it. I'm all for it. Because they socially awkward, you know, it's hard for them to find dates over here, let's face it. But over there, it's not that hard. If they go to the right spot, it's not that hard. And now they feel like, you know, they're a man. This woman is holding his arm when he walks. He feel like the man, and I'm okay with that. You know, he did what he had to do. But he did unify the title, though. He did. Because he got a little bit of, now pimping about, a little macking about himself now. You know what I'm saying? It ain't take long. But this guy, Floyd, is on the opposite end of the spectrum. Something is, I don't know. I don't want to, he didn't come off as a bad guy, though. He didn't. He didn't come off as a bad guy. He just came off as, I say, a socially awkward guy.
And then he would start raising money online. He would beg people for cash. He would promise to do things. And he was pretty much a scammer. He would beg for money, raise money, and he would go across the world just so that he could do this.
Tell him. So can you cook? Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook, I can clean.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman. See, in the United
You see him talking shit? See him? This is why I came to Thailand. That's how he talks, like Steve Urkel, like, this is why I came to Thailand. You know what I'm saying? I came to Thailand to find me a traditional woman. He ain't, what he ain't telling you is he's renting. He renting. He ain't even renting to buy. He's renting. Okay? You can rent a whole relationship over there if you ain't know. Yeah, you can rent one. You can rent a girlfriend experience. That's what they call it.
Tell him. So can you cook? Can you cook?
Yes, I can cook, I can clean.
Yeah, see, this is why I came to Thailand, to find a traditional woman. See, in the United States, women don't cook and clean. All they do is complain. And we don't got time for that. That's why I got my passport. And I've left the United States to come seek a wife, to have a traditional relationship. So,
You see, a guy like Floyd thought that going over to Thailand with other people's money and then throwing it in the faces of American women would be showing them something.
Hold up, stop, Antoine. He know exactly what he doing. I forgot to tell you that he was asking for money too. Asking people for money so he could travel. And then he'll raise enough money. Because I think people wanted to see a train wreck. So they were donating to him just so that where he gonna travel next. Because they know he was a train wreck waiting to happen. That's why. People like to see a train wreck sometime. And they donated to him. You know how they donated to Umar? They donated to him to see a train wreck, bro.
Listen, I'm out here in Thailand and you chicks are missing out because I just got a free trip and now I'm clapping free cheeks and you women are not going to get a broke guy like me.
damn.
And Floyd just didn't record his wins. He also recorded his losses.
Por favor. I was telling you.
2 horas.
Oh.
2 horas.
Amiga.
2 horas.
Amiga, what are you doing?
No, no. No me gritas.
I'm trying to
No,
text you.
ya.
I'm trying to.
Me cash. Ya. 2 horas y cash y let's go yo. No, no más.
Now, this is Floyd after clapping some cheeks, I believe, in the DR or in Colombia, and he doesn't want to pay the lady. And the lady is trying to tell him, listen, I need to get paid for my 2 hours. And he's trying to convince her to let me go to the car and get my stuff, when really he's trying to clap without paying and leave. But she wasn't going for that. Okay? He had to pay somehow. But that didn't stop Floyd from still getting the favor of other chicks.
Has been limited. See that word, limited? And while your access account, your access is limited, you won't be able to book any new reservations. 0. I won't be able to book any new reservations. I just showed you proof.
What? Let's talk about the passport bros. Because again, you do have brothers out there who do want to meet successful women. The passport bros are a diverse community just like anybody else. You have your business class guys, you have your educated guys, you have guys who are younger, guys who are older, and not all are the same. But unfortunately, you have your J-Rellos, and then you have this guy, and they kind of fit this particular framework.
So they get their passports and they globetrot all over the world, trying to find a woman vulnerable enough, desperate enough, in search of citizenship enough to take that deal. This is predatory behavior. When you're looking for a woman who wants to have access to the benefits and the perks and the rights that we have as Americans, because they don't have those rights in their country, but you're going to make her earn it. She's going to have to earn it by you making a mule out of her, expecting her to do more than you're doing.
These are the guys that don't want to take care of any women abroad or at home, and they do want to exploit ladies. And especially when you hear about countries like Brazil. Now, I've been to Brazil once. It was cool. It was definitely some beautiful ladies there. But Brazil is not a rich country, and obviously it's a place where, things happen.
Warn brothers or men who are going just to be careful, because I know one of the reasons that many men go to Brazil is for sexual tourism. I don't promote sexual tourism. I'm not interested in paying for intimacy, but a number of men don't see no issue with pay-for-play. But one just needs to be aware of there are some female, sex workers or who will put some, it's called, I think, Goodnight Cinderella.
Yeah, Fiona, that's why you said some of these countries are getting strict on entry to their countries. Thailand is especially tired of people traveling there to misbehave. They're changing a lot of rules. So, yeah, they are. And some visas you got to have like 15,000 in the bank, different things like that. They are changing it. And not just the passport bros. That's the least of their concern in Thailand. They have a criminal element in Thailand. That people come there. Criminals go there. They have gangs there. Biker gangs are there. The Hells Angels are there. I believe they're still there. They got like a drug situation there, that kind of element. I don't really vlog too much on that. I just want to stay away from that. But yeah, that whole dangerous element is there too. And so they're trying to combat that. Trafficking is going on there, of course. So, but yeah, the passport bros is making it. They actually bringing awareness to the situation without knowing they're doing it, because they're recording everything. Yeah, many of them overstayers, like they'll hide. You know what I'm saying? And a lot of that's going on. So they're trying to combat that. So there's a lot going on. When you have people like Floyd, though, he makes the block hot, as we say, because he brings so much attention to himself. The authorities are on guard and stuff like that. And Brazil is cracking down on it too.
Drugs into men's drinks and take advantage of them and rob them.
Now, the brother was saying something that was pretty interesting later on in the video. He would talk about all of the men who were targeted within sexual tourism in Brazil. That a lot of the guys who are in Brazil are actually targeted in Colombia. You know, you have the scopolamine, all of these different things. I've done stories of black men dying in Brazil after being drugged. But this story is different because our guy, Floyd, has just been arrested for doing the unthinkable. Now, Floyd Wallace Jr. was arrested. Now, I'm going to talk about what he was arrested for. It's also known that he has accumulated criminal records in more than 13 states before becoming the target of certain crimes in Brazil. These are sexual crimes, okay? Now, what did he do? There is a particular agency called CyberLab, and this is an agency within Brazil's Ministry of Justice, and it was sent to Rio de Janeiro Civil Police. Now, this report warned of a possible sexual exploitation of underage people by a foreign citizen in Rio. The starting point was a complaint made by a rideshare driver on December 8th, 2025. According to the report, a user identified as Terry William requested a ride to the Hikari neighborhood in Rio's North Zone. Upon arrival, the driver noticed that the passengers were two underage women. During the trip, the teenagers said they're being taken to meet an older foreign man who did not speak Portuguese. They were unable to clearly explain who the man was or where they were going, leading the driver to contact the company's support service and register the case as a risk situation. Now, following the complaint, the rideshare app Uber initiated an internal investigation and identified that the same user, aka Terry William, had created and used multiple accounts under fake or third-party names. The analysis revealed a pattern of rides requested for children and adolescents, primarily girls, across different areas of Rio. In another incident, on December 18th, a ride requested by the same profile transported 4 underage girls from the Roca neighborhood into Santa Cristo into the city center. Data cross-referencing with support from Homeland Security investigations in the United States allowed authorities to identify that the user Terry William was in fact Floyd L. Wallace Jr.
So you know what he was doing? So he was requesting Uber rides for these young girls. And they would go meet him. And that's what put the authorities on to him. So he was meeting with younger underage people. And the driver had noticed these girls were young. And they're going to see him at where he was staying and stuff like that.
Now, somebody must have tipped off your boy Floyd Wallace Jr. because he understood that the block was getting hot. And so what he tried to do was to get out of there. He left Rio de Janeiro and traveled to Sao Paulo. With indications that he might flee the country, Rio police requested temporary detention, search and seizure data secrecy breach, and passport retention, all of which were authorized by the court. He was then arrested, although he resisted arrest and had to be restrained. What did they get on him? They seized 5 USB drives, 7 memory cards, 1 laptop, 5 cell phones, multiple SIM cards, stuffed animals.
What?
Stuffed animal, a balaclava, whatever the hell that is, watches and a watch with a hidden camera. Okay? So I want to talk about this because he's been investigated of rape of a vulnerable person and facilitating underage sexual exploitation. Now, I heard a stream, and people were talking about the fact that Brazil has the age of consent in Brazil is 14. So I wanted to know, is that just for locals? So in other words, because America requires Americans that the legal sex age in most places, I mean, you do have some states that are 16, 18. Does that mean that you can't mess with somebody under the age of 18? And the answer is no. Just because you're 14, you can legally do that. I know that's creepy and weird, but I was trying to find the wider context. And the reason why is I figured that, well, maybe the people that he was transporting were like under 18, but Brazil's age of consent was 14. So Wallace was not having sex with these ladies. He was setting them up to other men. So in other words, some guys from America, I don't know who they were, would come to him, ask for girls. Then he would find some other connection to transport those girls. He was using his own rideshare app to then deliver those girls to somebody else, although he was not with them, okay? Now, if you are a man and you're 50.
Okay, so some more people gonna get in trouble then. So they saying that he was setting the girls up with dates. So he acting like a pimp now. Lord have mercy. Lord, Floyd. Now Floyd acting like he's the go-between. Yeah, the age of consent in Brazil is 14. But see, he wasn't with the girls, Fiona. He didn't get charged with that. He got charged with, like, sex trafficking. That's what he getting charged with. So he was the go-between. So there's some more people gonna get arrested. I'm sure of it.
And you decide to deal with somebody who's 14. In Brazil, you will not go to jail. However, you can get charged with this if the person is compromised by manipulation, fear, or coercion. That means people are individuals aged 14 to 17. When grooming, transport, or exploitation is involved, consent does not legalize exploitation. Once you use apps and fake profiles, you are coordinating rides for minors, using fake accounts, organizing secret meetings. These factors elevate the crime regardless of consent. Also, what problem is it? The U.S. law still applies to Americans living abroad. So even if you are a person and you're sleeping with somebody that's 14 in Brazil, you as an American should not be engaging anybody under the age of 18.
Right.
Because Americans can be prosecuted for sexual activity with minors under 18 abroad, regardless of the local age. Okay? So that's that. Also, these minors are possible victims under 14. Now, again, I know that passport bros are not all the same. But again, you have another incident in Brazil involving passport bros. This will most definitely go viral. It is not a good look for the brand because you have guys who are not really caring about the brand. And I want to give a shout out to my brother Aaron Ferris at BMG. He's done a lot to try to elevate the brand. I believe it was him that came with the name Passport Bros. Then anybody can come in and kind of join the group and can give the group a bad name, like what you're seeing here. And this is exactly what has happened. So I hope that the guy definitely pays the price. I don't really like Floyd. Just even before this, it's pathetic, it's terrible. But guys, what do you think? It's your boy Shadu Jackson back at it again with another episode.
All right, so that's what he was doing, guys. He was picking the girls up through Uber. He's Ubering them around and having them go with other guys, and he'll get a cut. I guess the guys will pay him. and maybe he'll pay them. Now let's see what Austin Holloman is saying. Because they said that Austin Holloman could be implicated. Like maybe he was over there doing the same thing and hooked Floyd up with the business.
So today,
I'm gonna wait for it a bit, wait to load up. Because how did he know how to do all this? Yeah, he done. He gonna have to tell about it. He gonna have to tell them. And now whoever his customers were, they going to jail. All of them are. Because I know he gonna tell. So he picking underage girls up. Under the age of 18. Yeah, pick him up under the age of 18 and having them go with other gentlemen, other people. Sick, boy. That's what he was doing. Because how was he able to stay in Brazil all that time with no money? Because he always used to say he ain't got no money. He making money somehow. And he might come off, it's always the ones that come off naive, and those are the ones that are not. He's not all that. He's not naive because he comes off that way. He's not. He could be a straight criminal.
we have some horrible, horrible news that I'm going to relay to you guys about someone that has been on my channel previously, and it is an American man and I'm going to bring up a whole conspiracy to a lot of this stuff. This American man, a black American man that has been arrested in Brazil for trying to engage in sex with minors.
All right, let me stop right there. So this guy talking, his name is Austin Holloman. That's his name, Austin Holloman. Now, he made headlines in Brazil months ago, and they ran him out of Brazil, okay? They literally said he had a certain amount of hours to get out of Brazil or they were going to unalive him. And he never been back. Now he in Kenya.
I guess in Rio, from what I saw, they caught him in Sao Paulo. And if you guys don't know, Floyd was in several of my videos. And we all know that Floyd was very, very cringy and very strange. And I'm telling you from hanging out in person with him, very strange. I would have never thought nothing like that, but it's also not shocking. Like, it's based off how strange he was, it's not shocking. But when I was with Floyd, I'd never seen him look at any children or anything, or maybe I didn't notice, but I never seen that kind of stuff, and I never even heard him bring up or hinting at it. And he only seemed to talk to adult women when I was around. But this shit is like really, really like, this is like just crazy altogether. I mean, I've heard of pedophilia before, so I'm not really, it's not nothing new. I mean, this stuff happens a lot more than you think. There's a lot more people than you think that are involved in this kind of stuff. And to go further into it, you guys have heard me say on my channel, especially with like this whole hyper masculine, a lot of dudes that follow that red pill, super female traditional role thing. If you look at their, what do you call it? I'm sorry, I just woke up. I had to record this as soon as I woke up. Those dudes that have their criteria for the type of women they want. They want a woman that's a virgin, that's young enough to have all their 50, 60 kids that they make it seem like they want, and all these other very unrealistic expectations that fit only somebody that's in high school or below. Like, if you really think about it, when I was in high school, at least in America, women were not virgins by the time they were 14, like on average. So if you're looking for a virgin in this day and age, she's gonna have to be really, really young. And that may just be a coping mechanism just to find an excuse to do shit like this, to fuck around with kids, right? And I'm gonna play the video so you guys can see. I'm gonna let my editor play the video of everything. What is that?
Yeah, that's it. That
not doing any resisting, right? He's not doing no, hey, what's going on? What are y'all talking about? And usually even guilty pedophiles will say, hey, what's going on? What are y'all talking about? Ooh, okay, yeah. But then they also have this photo right here with what appears to be a GoPro camera, a DJI Pocket 3 and a Pocket 2, a laptop and 5 phones, and 2 toys, I guess, that he was going to give the kids to play with, right? And when you read the article that they wrote under their Instagram post, the police of Sao Paulo, I guess, or whoever it is, right? They literally said that he was using fake names, and when they would go, I don't know what app he was on or how he was meeting them, but whenever they would go on the app, an older man would approach them that doesn't know Portuguese. And yeah, that's Floyd. Like, instantly when I read that, I was like, yeah, that sounds about right. Like, that, when I read that, I was like, oh, it's kind of hard to deny that. Then I see those 5 phones. If you guys know, I used to talk about in my older videos with Floyd that, yeah, like, why do you buy a new phone every time we go to a new country? Like, why do you feel the need? Every time we would go to a new country or a new city, he would buy a new phone. In about the course of a year, I knew this dude had like 2 or 3 phones. And so, or even more, I think it was 3 or 4 phones, right? And so that being said, it was just kind of like, you know, maybe I'm connecting. Maybe that was, I don't know, maybe he was trying to just start fresh every time he had did something and just start over. You know, I don't know. So, I don't know. But I'm making this video to disassociate myself with that. But I'm going to also say this. And you guys know I had an issue with Brazil. Was nothing like this, right? I had an issue with them saying that I was hypersexualizing women or encouraging men to come meet women down there or something like that. You know, that's basically what they were saying. But I do remember people just jumping on the opportunity to try to hint at that I was doing something like this. And it's so in Brazil, here's the thing about, and this is why I try to tell people about the United States. Y'all be bitching and complaining about the justice system does not work in the United States. If this happens in the United States, well, first of all, they let pedophiles out. I have no clue why they let them out of jail, but they do. But in the United States, you would have to have, like, evidence or to be caught in the act. You would have to have concrete evidence or to be caught in the act. In places like Brazil or pretty much anywhere in the developing world that y'all would call second and third world countries, right? They don't need evidence. They just, hey, okay, somebody paid us to come take you to jail. That's it. I'm not saying that's what happened with him, but there's a possibility. Because you guys remember I told you, whenever I was living in Salvador and that whole thing happened in January, I was already in Thailand and the police were at my house ready to arrest me that I was staying at in Salvador, okay? Last time I checked, me making a comment online is not an arrestable offense unless if you're some communist China or some shit. Brazil has freedom of speech too, unless if you're talking about something political maybe, right? There's nothing political about this. So, again, and even they did a whole investigation on me in Brazil, and I that's why I was able to go back. And nothing came about it. But the thing is, they were still coming to arrest me anyway. So, yeah, I don't know, man, but it's a very fucked up thing to hear. If he really was doing that kind of thing, I'm glad that they were catching him because it is a very devastating thing. I mean, it's never happened to me, but I can just imagine it's a very devastating thing to be sexually abused as a kid.
See, he trying to distance himself from him because he been hanging with this cat, Austin Hollerman. Okay? And check this out. He is lucky. He is right about that. They went to his last residence in Brazil to arrest him, right? He was already in Thailand already. He left. So he lucky. And then the second time he went back, they said he had a certain amount of time to get out of here. People were threatening to unalive him. And he got out. He moves quick. I give it to him. He moved quick. He gets to that airport in no time. He get to that airport, what you say, quick, fast, in a hurry. He don't mess around. But I don't know if somebody like Floyd taught him the game. I mean, if he taught Floyd the game, I don't know, but he distancing himself now. Now nobody want to talk. Now nobody, they don't know about Floyd now. And they always, Floyd was all in his videos. He sure was.
And so I hope that it didn't happen to anybody. But apparently they say there's 4 other people that may be involved. So we'll have to follow this story and update it. But yeah, the dudes that are talking about they want virgins and they had to be 18, like, yeah, I mean, you guys remember me, like when I was in South Africa, we had those chicks that we were talking to, Bobby and I couldn't even, they were immature and they were like 21, 22. And I was like, yeah, that's even like a 21, 22-year-old is too immature for me right now. Like they don't have enough life experience. They ain't talking about shit. Like they, they just, I mean, on average, maybe there's somebody that's not, but I mean, on average, I could never see myself fooling with an 18-year-old right now. So how the fuck could somebody talk to somebody that's like 11, 10 years old? Even when I was a senior in high school, like the freshmen looked too young to me. So all that R. Kelly, Jeffrey Epstein, all that kind of, I don't get it. I really don't understand what makes your dick hard for a child, but listen to R. Kelly's music and he'll tell you what he was really talking about once you understand the truth. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. I just wanted to get ahead of that. And same way with the whole J. Rillo situation. I'm not associated with none of that shit. I don't look at no children, none of that, okay? And if I do find anybody else that's doing that, I will be assisting in your prosecution because that is absolutely one of the worst crimes. And listen, hey, if Floyd did do that kind of stuff and he is guilty, it can go 2 ways. If they extradite him to the United States, then he'll be back out of jail and he'll be able to do it again. If he did that, right? I have no concrete evidence yet. But if he's not extradited to the United States, yeah, Brazilian prison is just like, I've never been, but Brazilian prisons, from what I can understand, are just like American prisons where you got people fighting all the time and getting raped and stabbed, except from what I've heard, there's no law and order. Like there's gangs that run the entire prisons. I mean, they do the same thing in the States too, but like it's on a whole nother level there, right? It's a developing country, so like the justice system is not as efficient, and they have, from what I've seen, they have constant riots of them trying to break out of the prison and stuff like this. It's not. I mean, if you have enough common sense, you know that prison in developing countries is not like prison in America. So this is a lot. So hey, if you guys,
It is a lot because he was on your show. That was like your partner. You know what I'm saying? He was in a lot of videos with Austin Holloman. You know what I'm saying? He was in a lot of videos and you know what I'm saying? I don't know what they were doing over there to make money. I don't know what they were doing. But they're saying Floyd is being cheated. The age of consent over there is 14. That's not what they charging him with. They charging him with sex trafficking. Like pimping and panda. They charging him with something like that. Like he was setting them up to go with Johns. That's what they're accusing him of.
have anything that you need me to touch on with this story, let me know. I'll be following this story until we come to a conclusion on what actually happened. But again, it's not shocking. It's not shocking. And so pay attention closely when people say they want these virgins and they need to be super fertile and shit, right? Like the dudes that constantly despise a woman that's over 18. I mean, you guys know what I'm talking about. Like that whole red pill manosphere thing, they constantly talk about, and you think about it, they pick the lowest age, 18, which is basically saying that this is legally as low as I can go. It's basically what they're saying. So just pay attention when they say that. Because you never know. You never know who these people are. Anyway, let me know what you guys think in the comments. And yeah, if you guys are not a member to join these weekly webinars, we are hosting a weekly webinar this Sunday. and it'll only be for members. I'll leave the link to that in the first pinned comment. But yeah, I'll see you guys next time.
The webinar?
All right, so we are back at the house. I went to the gym. I went to go look for some chairs for my patio.
Oh, he didn't go yet.
Like I
Okay.
told you guys, in my house parties, everybody broke all my chairs, so I'm stuck with these little stools that I used to use at the house parties. But I need to find some more chairs because I got somebody else that'll be here, and I want to be fair and give them something to sit in that's proper. But so, since I last seen you guys, the literal news that I've been getting is fucking crazy. Like, this whole Floyd shit, like, bro. So, I'm gonna give you guys another rundown because I had to update, and yeah, so what we're seeing now with Floyd is it's getting worse and worse, basically, right? This is Floyd being arrested. And I'm gonna read you some of the new things the news said. The authorities also indicate that the man paid for the trips with money collected from a foreign financiers, whatever that is.
Financiers.
Financiers, whatever. In exchange, he transmitted
Financiers, sir.
the sexual acts to the criminal. So in other words, he was basically selling the kids and paying for them to go to it. So basically he was running a ring, right? After complying with the search and seizure warrant Monday, the agents found a flash drive and the equipment stored a video of sexual abuse of a 6-year-old produced by the man with the consent of a woman, the woman possibly being the victim's mother. And yes, human trafficking, a lot of times, you guys, we see the movies and we see that, oh, little kid just walking home from school gets snatched up. Unfortunately, especially in the United States, unfortunately, that does happen, especially in cities like Baltimore. But I heard whenever I was in...
How he know about Baltimore? He just coming up with shit. He said, yeah, that do happen in cities like Baltimore. Like, why Baltimore? He not from Baltimore. He said, yeah, that usually happen like cities like Baltimore. He full of shit.
in what was it, child development, or it was some class I took in high school. That's only 10% of the cases. Only 10% of the time is it some horrible snatching up and then getting kidnapped and we don't know where the kid is at. 90% of the time, it's by a family member or somebody they know, a friend or something like that, right? When it comes to all sorts of human trafficking, but especially kids. So you have a very fucked up person that would sell their own child. And I've heard this kind of stuff many times. How the fuck do you do that? Like, how do you literally... Something has to be like...
All right, what I want to know is, do he got anything to do with it? That's what I want to know. Like, because you were hanging with this dude. Do you have anything to do with this, sir?
I don't know if this is some kind of ritual and they just prey on people that have mental illnesses, because your mind has to be fucked up. You have to have a mental illness to do something like this. And maybe there's people, I don't know, man. I really don't know. And then here's even worse, sexual exploitation. According to the investigation, the man is part of the movement called the Passport Bros, formed by criminals who use economic power to exploit social vulnerabilities of Latin America and Southeast Asia. In his social media post, he declared himself a sex tourist. And this is...
You see right there? They're trying to label the Passport Bros as a criminal organization. It's crazy, bro. It's crazy. Yep. All because of this fool. He don't mess the game up. He gonna put a lot of people in because let me tell you something, Brazil, they'll lock you up and ask questions later. This is not America. They'll just lock you up for the hell of it and keep you there. Fuck F your rights. You said he's gonna say it in this video. Oh, what is he gonna say? Hold up, what is he gonna say in this video? Brooklyn Finds. What is he about to say? He's leaving his location. Uh-oh, he better leave his location because they're going to be looking for him.
Why you saw me disassociate myself from the passport bro movement. I had, because listen, I have stated many times, especially when the whole J Rillo thing happened, the passport bros should have been a fraternity. That way, when you have somebody that wants to beat on women or be an international drug dealer or be a pedophile, you can automatically say, this person that hasn't paid their membership is not in our database, so that's not one of us. But since it's not an official organization, this type of shit can happen. And I've been saying this for a while, but fuck it. Apparently it's falling on deaf ears, so I'm done saying it. But anyway, it says the arrest took place during Operation Passport, passport number after investigation by the police station of children and adolescent victims of the Silver Police of Rio with the field supporters, Silver Police of Sao Paulo. So it was a joint operation. So he was basically trying to escape, and they caught him on the way out. So, hey, it's a crazy world out here, man. It's a crazy world. It's a beautiful day outside, though, man. It's my last week in Nairobi. I don't know when I'll be back, so I think I might go ahead and get out. It's a very, very sunny, beautiful day outside. One last thing. Here go the crazy part. You know, I've been trying to switch my core audience from, because if you guys read my comments, I know everybody that watches me is not an idiot, but a lot of people in the comments that will leave comments are idiots, right? You know, so this guy's being accused of sex trafficking children and sleeping with children and child pornography, right? In another country. And the best thing I've seen so many people leave in my comments on my community posts and on other people's live streams was, see, that's why you shouldn't put everything online. Well, you're that fucking dumb. So basically, when he's being accused, child pornography and sex trafficking is okay as long as it's not online.
Hold up, I heard him. He said he leaving. He about to leave now Nairobi. Because he don't know if they're going to contact Nairobi and pick him up from Nairobi. So he probably going to leave Kenya altogether.
I gotta switch my audience. I can't. I think I'm about to go on a series of geopolitical videos and a series of webinar promotions to weed out a lot of these motherfuckers. Because I cannot believe. Actually, I can't believe it. You know, it's not even shocking. I've been seeing dumb comments like this in my comments. And it's not one person. It's like 10, 20 people. See, don't put it online. Don't put it online. How many pedophiles actually exist out there?
A lot.
You know? I don't know. Let me just quit talking about these dudes.
Yeah, Austin. Austin gonna have to figure something out real quick. They'll come back to the States. That's his best bet. Come on back to the States because they're not gonna be quick to extradite him to like Brazil and stuff. He can get a lawyer. But he like to stay abroad. You know, see, these guys like to stay abroad, you know what I mean, to where they could do what they want to do. Now, what is this person saying? Shocking. Passport Bros followers knew he was a... It's more than one. It's guy they're going to be looking for. It's some more people they looking for. Yeah, they all got to be nervous now. You know Floyd talking. I bet you they were trying to make money over there, trying to do their thing. They would probably set this thing up. But there's a lot of guys that...
I've also been thinking the last...
Shoot, there's probably a lot of people they don't met that's into that type of stuff. And they probably was setting it up. Yeah, man. What's up, Ryan? Yeah, this guy, man, he in trouble. But Austin is nervous now. Austin Holloman, he nervous. He like, wait a minute. He said I was gonna leave Kenya anyway. I'm gonna leave Nairobi anyway. He's in Nairobi. He was like, I'm gonna leave Nairobi anyway. I was just thinking about it. I just can't do this anymore. I'm leaving Nairobi. And let me tell you something about him. If he say he leaving somewhere, less than 48 hours, he gone, gone. And he's the master at living a minimalist life, so he don't have to pack that much. He'll be gone. He ain't lying when he say that. He'll be gone. He said that same thing when he was in Brazil. Because when he posted this video on his YouTube, right? He went to sleep. He woke up. The video was at 800,000. He was like, "Wait a minute, what the fuck?" He said something ain't right here. So then he woke up again. It was over 2 million views, all Brazilian views. And they got his video the wrong way. They said he was exploiting women, encouraging men to come there for sex. He said Floyd is the master of that. Oh, leaving? Yeah, Floyd can leave too. He been all over the place. These dudes get money somehow. Like, don't let these guys fool you. These guys fool you here. They trying to get money. And like the girls was in the Uber, they told the guy, like, yeah, we're going to see this guy. He's American. He doesn't speak Brazilian, Portuguese. And if he get with the right people over there, they looking for money. They want money by any means, some of them. Yeah, this is crazy. They making him out to be a pimp.
It's like 48 hours. Has Floyd probably, okay, in the news feed, it said that he probably got into some type of a ring, right? Some type of organized, maybe pedal ring or something like that. So I'm wondering, in that ring, if somebody was paying him and he decided maybe the money was good enough that he didn't feel like
He didn't have to do the YouTube
videos. Right.
Yeah, which is why I said,
Yeah.
which is why I said earlier.
Hold on. Yeah, he wasn't really doing YouTube no more. So I'm like, how is he over there getting money? He not asking for no more money, because usually he used to ask for money. And people used to pay him. You know why? Because they know eventually it's going to be a train wreck. People like to see a train wreck sometime. As sad as it might be, some people want to see a train wreck, guys. Because they know Floyd is eventually going to get his ass in trouble. They know that. Because the way he act. So they pay for him to go all over the world just to wait for him to get into a train wreck. That's what they were doing. It was sick, dog. They were waiting for a train wreck to happen. And guess what? The train wreck is here. It's here now. This is what everybody been waiting for. Hold on. They've been waiting for Floyd. Hold on. They've been waiting for Floyd to get his ass in trouble. You talking about Austin Holloman, Brooklyn? I know that one brother. I know who you're talking about. I gotta find it. What's going on? He said when he met him, right? I think I know who you're talking about. Because there's another guy that people are waiting to hear from. He lives in Brazil, and he used to hang out with Floyd. Yeah. We talking about the guy that live in the DR? No, he from Queens. Hold on, let me find that guy. I know who you're talking about. Let me find him. Because Austin is trying to distance himself from him. Which I understand. Shit, I be trying to distance myself from that food too, man. It says Floyd Wallace to dodge DNA test and I don't know, man. He been all over the place with some craziness. God damn, Floyd. I forget the dude's name, but people saying he got like he's autistic or something. I don't know about that. What's up, Medea? Following this guy named Floyd Wallace Jr. He locked up in Brazil. It says Passport Bros. I'm trying to find the one. News reporter reject Floyd Wallace on live stream. That was 2 months ago. Police sees phones, teddy bears, and hidden cameras. Yeah, Floyd off the hook, man. You said, who is Floyd Wallace, Max? American in that traveled to Brazil. We call him a passport, bro. He done been to Thailand and other places. He got arrested over there. He has a YouTube page too. And he's on that like, American women ain't nothing. They don't want him. And that's why he over there to find a traditional woman. He on that type of time. Well, he's accused of you said the channel is Casual Conversation. That's the name of the channel? What's the whole channel name? Casual Conversation. That seemed like that'll be hard to find. Is that the name of the channel, Casual Conversation? Wait a minute, let me see. Hold on, I'll be right back. Let me see if I can find it. Okay, I found it. Yeah, but that guy right there, he's like in the mix too, though. Don't he live in Brazil? He's in the mix too of somebody that could be affiliated with this dude. You said, how would you say Floyd is smarter than Austin? I don't know if he is. You said the only time Floyd was on was becoming Austin Holloman's boy. That's the only time he been on becoming Austin Holloman's boy. That's the only time he been online in Brazil when he's with Austin, chilling. But he ain't felt the need to go online at all to make no money or ask for money. Yeah, Casual Conversation team. I'm loading it up now, but my data's messed up because I ran out for this month. I'm waiting for it to load up now. Now, apparently, people were paying. There it is. Casual Conversation. I see him. He got the green T-shirt on, right? And he living over in Brazil, so he need to be careful. If I was Casual Conversation, I'd be out of there. He better not. If he was involved in any little way, I'm not saying he was, but yep, Casual Conversation TV. I see it. And he wearing the green shirt, right? He's sitting at the table with shades on. Guys, we're on the brink of something here. Guys, we are on the brink of something right here. And let me tell you something real quick before I load this video up. While this video is loading. This is the reason why if I travel anywhere, I don't want to be affiliated with these guys. I'd rather travel by myself. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't think he don't seem like the type to hang with these guys. We'll see. But they said that it's at least 4 other people that they're looking for right now. He said they're filming a foreign woman while traveling. Got to stop, man. I see that's the thing. They make the block hot. Like, it's nothing wrong. Let me just say this. They made a whole movie about it. Remember how Stella got her groove back? Sometime, I'm going to be real frank with you guys right now. For a socially awkward man that don't have a lot of money, he might fit. See, what he don't realize is, it's all in your mind. If you have a positive outlook on yourself and you have a good personality, you're going to find you a woman. You're going to find you one. But see, these guys are hung up. They don't have that much money. They might feel like they don't look that good. It's all in their head. And they can't find a woman because it's in their head. So they're socially awkward. It's in their head, right? Shit. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes you don't need no money. It's their personality. Shit, women out here got money now. They got money. They don't need your money. They got money. I was just watching this. Well, we're going to get into what this guy's saying. I'll get back to that. Let's see what he's saying about Austin now.
Listen, shout out to the passport bros, shout out to the blue book gentlemen, shout out to the men with passports, right? We all do different things, but we all got the same goal, the same mentality. All
right, stop right there. This is where he messing up, guys. Stop. He said, shout out to the passport, bro. Do he realize Brazil is calling them a criminal organization? He just said it. Shout out to the passport bros and shout out to the blue book, bro. Do you don't want to be affiliating yourself with nobody with passports? You said, guys, Floyd is fooling of you. He is a DL. But damn, I ain't know all that. He said he DL with it. But whatever he is, he locked up right now. He might as well tell him, hey, look, I'm DL. I ain't into this underage stuff. But see, the thing is, he locked up for sex trafficking, Jabbar. That's what they got him on. Yo, so he could be like that kind, like a serial killer. He could. I mean, I'm not trying to judge him too hard, but he's socially awkward acting.
For the most part, that's going over the water, living this passport bro lifestyle, eating good, getting ultimate peace, dealing with some of the most beautiful women in the world. That's fit, friendly, and
Stop, guys. Somebody need to talk to casual conversations, man. He said, you know what I'm saying? We talking to beautiful women. You know what I'm saying? Dude, Brazil ain't on that type of time no more. They thinking it's criminal, man. Like, somebody need to talk to casual conversations, man. He already saying, yo, shout out to the passport, bro. I ain't know this. You call somebody the blue book boys. I guess the blue book boys is the passport because your passport is blue. Shout out to the blue book boys. Listen. And he said, yo, we all about talking to women, beautiful women, you know what I'm saying? Bro, the block is hot right now. You don't need to be talking this way. Oh, my God, yo. Yo, casual already start off on the bad foot.
You see me organizing my whole day, cooking, cleaning, making sure I get the ultimate experience when I'm in these different countries. And for the guys that's traveling to the Philippines, Colombia, the Dominican Republic, where I'm coming shooting this video live, you see me? Happy holidays, you dig me, enjoy yourself, but I want you guys to be easy and take it all in. Because sometimes we in these countries and we moving on fast and we shaking and we moving and we take it for granted. So sit back, have a Presidente, I'm drinking a Heineken somewhere over here, And then you dig me? And just relax. Take it all in, man. Let's not take this for granted, man, because there's a lot of guys that's over in the States that have not experienced the passport bro lifestyle that want to. But let's not take our experiences and take it for granted, man. Enjoy the moment. That's what I'm trying to get across to you dudes, man. But at the end of the day, if you are in the travel space, you have heard of the unfortunate, disturbing, disgusting news about your boy Floyd Holloman running around in Brazil chasing 5 and 10-year-old females. I said 5 and 10-year-old females in Brazil with teddy bears, lollipops, and condoms. Disturbing. And I like the fact that the passport bros, men with passports and men in general, are coming out talking about this topic and not be afraid to, give up your information that you may know. Let the world know that we don't get down like that and we don't promote that and we're not justifying that. We ain't doing nothing but making sure if he is guilty of the alleged allegations against him, he should go under the jail. Period. You understand what I'm talking about? We don't play those games. But in this video here, I'm going to tell you guys my experience with this cocksucker. You see?
Okay, now he getting to it now. He said, in this video, I'm gonna give you my experience with this cocksucker. He ain't had to say it like that, but you see, your friend goes to DR and pay women 25. Damn. You said Brazil got rid of one of the biggest club called Club Help, aka The Office. Don't ask me how I know about it. Don't ask me. You said they're going through phase 2, and the passport role may be the next target. It's called Club Help Discoteca. Club Help Discoteca, aka The Office. Don't ask me how I know. Okay? Don't ask me how I spit it off my brain that fast. You heard me? Club Help Discoteca. Yes, that's how Club Help. It was called The Office. And don't ask me how I know it was called The Office. Okay? Okay? Don't ask me all that. Because I know you're like, damn, how did he spit it off just like that? Like, boom, boom, boom. Hey, I don't know nothing about The Office. Okay? Or Club Help Discoteca. I don't know nothing about it. But it's closed down. Club Help has been closed down for years. Oh, Lord. Let me stop talking. Let me stop talking. Look, the good old days without the pookies. Hey, yo, you remember you used to go back there in the good old days? Hey, yeah, maybe let me just stop talking, yo. Let me just stop talking. I was getting ready to bring up the termas. You heard me, the termas. I was getting ready to bring up the termas. Oh, Lord, bro. Those are the good old days, bro. It wasn't no pookies there. There were no passport bros there, bro. The termas. Yeah, look, the hot spray. Oh, hot, yep. Bro, what was the one called where you never mind. Let me stop. Guys, I don't know what termas mean. All right. I don't know what the boon does. I don't know what boon does mean either. I don't know what none of that mean. Nothing. That was the early 2000s, bro. Early 2000s. It was actually early for me, early 2000, all the way up to, when did it start getting bad with them passport bros? The passport bros came in right during COVID. Right before COVID. That's when the passport bros hit. It was like 2 years before Vid hit. That's where the passport bro came. Anything after that, like the 90s all the way up to like the 2010s was really good. Especially in DR and all those places. Yeah, early 2000s, right. The early 2000s.
And I'm talking about before I do that,
I'm in DR having a great time, man. You smell me? I was in the casino. My shorty working there, so I'm here for the holidays, and we moving shit and doing what we do best. And I'm in the casino with my OGs, and we chilling. Yeah, 2 days ago, early. She work at night, but early, right? Because usually I go in there, I kick it, and she likes to watch me, play the game, and watch me across the table and get that wave. You dig me? At the end of the night, she be like, "Yo, Papa," but she like looking at you, boy. She's like, "Yo, touching me down there," and I touch her. She be super wet. I be like, "Good God, your boy do you like that?" You say, "Yeah." When you be walking across, you dig me? I be like, "Man." That's the type of fun, that's the type of time we on out here. You see me? She like to see your boy walking across the casino floors with my slacks on and my good shoes. You dig me? But at the end of the day,
Stop. You know what? I don't know how old he is. Casual Conversation TV. Whoever the shorty is that he talking about, she running game on him. I don't know how old he is, man. I don't know how old he is. The best times, because I used to go to Thailand back. I went the first time I went is in '96. Antoine, we was at. I don't know if you had went to the Army then, or we were still at. You didn't go to Essex County. You went to. You went to. Well, I forget the name of the college. You went to. I guess you'll tell me in a second. You went to. Not Ramapo. I forget, man. But you was up there at the time. I don't even think you had went to the Army yet. And a couple people, I was working at Prue at the time. You remember that? You said I was at Iona. That's right, Iona. But you remember, a couple people was at Prue, me, Al, and them. We was working at Prue at the time, so we getting all that overtime. This is before Prudential went public, before they took the company public. We had to settle that the class action lawsuit. I was on that project. So we had a whole bunch of overtime. Bro, got my passport. I took off. Got my passport and I went by myself. Because my coworkers, they were already there already. Those are the best times. Those are the best times in Brazil. During that time was the best time. Well, no, I mean, I didn't go to Brazil in the 90s. I went in the early 2000s. I didn't have much experience on Brazil, but DR, all that stuff was good back then. Because when I went to Thailand, it was the highest ever as far as your dollar to the peso. It was the highest conversion rate ever when I went. It was I'm talking about the highest in history. It's not like that no more, but it's still cheap. And he be having some baddies. But you got to be careful now, though, man, because it's just the ruckus is there. The last time I went, I didn't really, it was cool. I was in Boca Chica. And I remember when Boca Chica used to be hitting back in the day. But damn, man, it's just kind of, I don't know how it is now. It's been years since I've been there. Been years. And a couple of the OGs, like my age that traveled, they pretty much like fell back, though. They you might catch them in they going elsewhere now. They just kind of chilling. But the young cats are the ones that be wilding out. The cat, you know what I'm saying? They be wilding, man.
I'm on the floor with my homies. We drinking and all that. Now I've never took a drink from the floor before. I always go to the bar. But Shorty came through with a I said, "Yo, hook my man up with a Bailey's and Absolute." And she came back. The drinks looked so watered down. I'm like, "Yo, son, that's not, but that shit don't look right." He's like, "Well, let's try it." I tried it. It wasn't right. And I'm like, "Yo, I'm not gonna drink this until Shorty come back around because I'm not paying for this. She gotta fix this."
Oh, let me say, he about to get into the Floyd story in a second. I don't have no experience in Colombia. I don't. That's the one spot I don't have no experience at. Colombia or what's the other one? Colombia or Cuba. I don't have no experience on Cuba or Colombia or what's the other one? Costa Rica. Never been there. Now I've been to Panama. Well, I could say I've been to Panama because when I went to Brazil, I had a huge layover in Panama. I had like a 6.5 hour, no, 7 hour layover. And I got a cab and he was taking me around. I had met somebody cool. He was taking me around and stuff. And one thing I found out about Panama, they have every bank in the world over there. Okay. Every bank in the world. That's like a hidden gem. That's a hidden gem right there, Panama. And you can go there and really just max out and chill. And yeah, Panama. And like I said, for the little time I was there, I enjoyed it. It was really, really nice. And then I went on to Brazil. Now I had went to Brazil right during the Carnival started to kick off. Man, oh man. And I was in Rio, you know what I'm saying? But you need to go to Salvador Bahia or what's the other one? Salvador. What's the other one? Salvador. Santos. No, it ain't Santos. I can't think of the other one right now. Oh man, it's where Michael Jackson shot that video at. Damn, I can't remember. Santos. I think it's Salvador. Yo, it is like it's like little. Is it Sao Paulo? Maybe that's what I'm talking about. It's been so long ago. Because it's like a blur when I went. Because we had met some people over there that spoke English. And they were like our tour guides. And check this out. To this day, her and her brother are like the number one, like they like the number one tour guides, bro. Like they making a lot of money touring. Like if you want to go over there, right, you and your family, Aunt, I could put you in contact with them and they'll take you all over. Yep, they'll take you all over. Let's see what he's saying.
Long story long, my homeboy was like, nah, just take it down. We took it down. I'm like, it was bad, but I'm like, then I learned it was free. So long story long, it was free. So I'm like, it's free. Fuck it, let's just keep it. So I had about 6 of those free drinks, you heard? And we all had 6 of them things. So long story long, my stomach, it killed my stomach, bro. I'm talking about I had 2 bad nights. I couldn't use the bathroom, and when I did, it was a terrible thing. I said, all I could say this, because a lot of guys come to the store, they drink in the casinos. Never get drinks on the floor. Because once I texted my shorty and I told her what happened, she said, no, Poppy, you can't drink off the floor. She said, when they got that drink, where do they go? Do they go to the bar or do they go to the back? I said, no, she kept going to this room in the back, by the bathroom. She said, see, she didn't tell me. But she said, listen, the drinks on the floor are for the gamblers. I don't know, she said some stuff, but the point is, she said there's fake alcohol bottles back there. Fake alcohol bottles back there.
Yeah, fake alcohol bottles that have what you call it in it, antifreeze. And then he said he woke up, he couldn't go to the bathroom. Yep, that's what happened. That's what he had. You got to get him some prune juice. See, I know all that. I know all of it, yo. I know all the tricks. When you get to DR at the airport, you go to the duty-free store and get your liquor. Everybody knows this. Well, all the OG travelers know. And all the OG travelers know you bring a carbon monoxide detector with you and keep that in there and put your carbon monoxide detector in your room. Every OG traveler know, but the ones I used to, that's how I got the game. They put me up on it. No, nah, you drinking straight antifreeze. Antoine. No, or rubbing alcohol. One or the other. And you don't know because you drunk. They'll give you the real stuff, and while you get drunk, then give you the fake stuff. That's how a lot of travelers ended up dying. So you buy your booze at the duty free store, and do your pregame at the hotel, and then when you at a casino, just get you a cerveza. That's it. Get you a Presidente, and you straight.
So they pouring fake liquor niggas. You heard? So if you want to floor Playboy, do not take drinks from the chick that's walking around. Always go to the main bar. Period.
Yeah, go to the main bar.
I
Yep.
wish I got to get sick, but I'm terrible right now. I'm telling you. I don't want you guys to fall victim, but at the end of the day, let's get back to this cocksucker. So this cocksucker, Floyd Holloman. So questions have been asked.
Hold up, stop. Do you see how he keep calling him Floyd Holloman? He trying to say him and Austin Holloman. He must know something. He's calling him Floyd Holloman. There's Austin, as the one that we had just heard from. That's Austin Holloman. The one that talking about he about to leave Nairobi, Kenya. Because he might think that they might after him next. Interpol. So he probably gonna try to go somewhere. He not calling him Floyd Wallace. He calling him Floyd Holloman. So he must know something. No, that's copolamine, Antoine, the drop. Not copolamine. They give you fake liquor.
Is Austin Holloman to blame for creating this monster?
Uh-oh.
Did he see something in his travels with this cocksucker that he should have warned the people about? Or could have told Floyd personally, yo, you can't do things like this. Did he see anything? That's the word on the internet streets. You smell me? And I'm going to get you my opinion on Austin Holloman rocking with this cocksucker in a minute. But let me give you my interaction with this dude. So Floyd was in Sasua maybe a year or two ago.
Yep, he was.
I'm walking down the strip. I'm not on the strip. I'm on the side near Don's Hotel. And I'm walking. I see a dude talking, black dude, so, you know, it's noticeable, talking to two females. They were young, but they were not young to where you got to be like, yo, they was about 18, 19. I knew this was a fact. But I'm walking down. I just walking to the strip, but they ain't be on the other side. So if you know the baseball field in Sasua, right there with the little kissy, hitting, you know what I mean? Baseball, it's a hotel adjacent to that called Dom's. And they got a restaurant, and then they got a pool, and so y'all know reference. So I'm like, oh, that's Floyd. I approached him like, yo, what's up, homie? He's like, yo, what's up? I'm like, it was good with you, whoopty-whoop. I'm like, yeah, I know who you is. You online. You be with that Austin Holloman dude, right? He's like, yeah. I'm like, so let's chop it up.
He see you be with that Austin Holloman dude.
So I'm talking to the dude, and what I'm gonna tell you is, he was very awkward, very jittery, nonsensical. Words coming out of his mouth real fast, real loud, real rambunctious, real just uncouth type of behavior and mannerisms, sloppy. Now, that's the type of man we see online when we watch his videos solo or with Austin. So, for me, he's not someone that I would hang with because of how he is. Very awkward, very weird, right?
Yeah, that's how I say it, weird.
Cool, I got to chop it up with him, but I was trying to figure out, is he the same character? Was he playing a character online, or is that how he actually is when you were around him? Because when the lights turned off, when the cameras is off.
Let me just say this real quick. These passport bros, they don't like me. I'm just letting y'all know this because I got another channel. They do not like me, man. Because they were like, what is he like, the internet police? No, I'm trying to warn young people not to hang around y'all. That's why. Because y'all going to get a bad label eventually. And here I am. It's a matter of time. He's like, yo, you hang with Austin Holloman, right? He said, yeah. Yeah, this dude gets around, guys. He was everywhere. DR. He's been to Thailand. I think he's been to Colombia as well. I'm not sure. Now he held up in Brazil.
Dudes are different, and I can understand. And no, dude was just a little bit off. You smell me? But nothing pedophile-ish to make me think anything. So that was nothing. Then I called him again. It was raining. I told this story, but I didn't mention him because I don't put niggas under the bus. I hang out with a lot of dudes. I done probably hung out with about 50 dudes in my travels. And I've never talked negative about any of them. And I'm gonna tell you right now, out of 50 guys, none of them gave me a weird sign or made me feel like, nah, these dudes is whack. Nah, they was all cool. Keep it funky with you. But if they was not cool, I would not put it online because I don't get down like that. If I got something to say to a dude that did something weird or funny, I would say it to him. And that's how I give it up. But, you heard? So, it's raining one night, and this is the same time that I met him. So I met him yesterday. And then the next day, you know what I mean? I ran into him. Near Europa. Europa is right here. And you pass Europa, not going towards the strip, but just pass Europa, and it's a bar. It's a bar right there. About 2-3 bars right there. Right, so Europa, 2-3 bars right there. The Dominican bar. They're the real joints. So I'm walking towards the strip. He's standing here by the Europa bars with this dude. And I stopped. I'm like, yo, what up? He's like, yo, what up? You know what I mean? And that was it. It was just a what up, because, it was just, out of respect. What's up? He was talking with dude. I'm standing and it started raining, pouring. I said, fuck. So I'm under the thing, so I can be covered up, wait for the rain to go away so that I can go to the gym. I'm in my old gym, get up and all that. So I'm waiting. And I'm just standing there, listening to music on my joint, and he right here. So he about right here. And his man, this dude with a black dude, bald head, was right next to him. So I'm chilling, waiting for the rain to go down. You know when it pours, the yard pour. So I'm like, damn, I gotta get there. You heard? But I'm chilling. Some young chick, wants to be long, young chick. I'm talking about. I told the story. You can dig in it. I can pull it up. I told the story. I just didn't mention it. So, this dude, and I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't gonna tell you like that. I told a few dudes that I met. I'm like, yo, I'm gonna tell you niggas right now. So, the nigga, the chick was like 9 to 12 years old. She
What?
5'1", slim, talking about bony, right? But beautiful face. Now I'm describing this little girl because of the trim. Beautiful face, but she was bony. You could tell she was a baby, like you go get her a lollipop or something, my nigga. You know what I mean? So she pulled up with this older lady, and his boyhead dude grabbed the older lady. Floyd was talking to the young girl. Now I'm standing there.
The fuck?
I'm acting like I'm not paying him no mind because it was a whatever whoop-de-whoop. So, long story long, Floyd got the number. They exchanged numbers thoroughly because what Floyd did was he was talking to her. He ain't got no Spanish skills at all. It's just he's loud and rambunctious. He's just, he took Shorty into the store. Now I'm looking at the older lady and the bald-head dude in the actor, but he took Shorty in the store, and I'm sitting back. I'm standing up like, and I'm like this. I'm like, it's still raining, so I can't leave. So I have an excuse to stand there. You heard? So I'm like, all right. So he comes back. He got the number officially because I don't know, something with the phones, and he wanted to make sure that he understand, this is my number, this is what you gotta do, this is the hotel I'm in. He was pointing things out to her so she'd be understanding. So that was that. So her mother, that lady left, right, past me. I turned to look at Shorty, no ass. I mean, she was a little girl. You think? But I wanted this look to see what the fuck is he looking. So he sits back down. And then all I'm hearing is him and homeboy, let me just say what Floyd was saying. He was like, and I told the story. Y'all followed my videos. This is a long minute ago, so you did, but I said the story. The nigga was like, I like them slim and small like that because of the rib cage. I like to see them butt ass naked and like to lay on my back and like to grab them from their waist and look at their ribs and see how bony their ribs is. And then they like them small so he could break them apart when he banging them. And I ordered my mother. I told the story. And the context of what I told the story in is I said, yo, there's some weirdos in DR. I said, yo, I ran into some dudes and when I told the story,
Bro, if this is true, man, he exactly where he is now. If this is true, he where he's supposed to be right now. Locked the fuck up in Brazil in them prisons. He ain't gonna. I'm telling you, he ain't gonna last long over there. He not. He not gonna last long over there.
took my little girl ribs. You smell me? And I was just like, yo, that
He's a pedophile.
freaked me out. You know what I mean? That was the context of my video, and then I went on to what the video was actually about. But I had to put that in the air. But I never said Floyd because I just didn't want to say his name, nor did I see him go into the hotel with him, nor did I see him engage sexually with her. You think so? I'm just saying what I heard him saying, what I seen him do, and that was disturbing to me. Now let's get to the crux of this thing. You smell me? My whole thing is this. He a wild boy. He doing dirty work out there in Brazil. He a mastermind. He got about 10, 15 cell phones. I may be exaggerating, put some extras on that thing, but at the end of the day, I know what I'm talking about. A million cell phones. He using aliases. He got teddy bears, condoms, and lollipops running around in Brazil in the favela doing what he do best with the 10 and 9 and 7-year-olds. That's not good work. And anything negative that happens over the water is pushed on the passport bro name. Now, I told you before, I don't care about none of that, as far as passport bros having, a bad name for doing X, Y, and Z, because we all don't even know each other. It's a title. Do you smell me? It's an ideology. You see what I'm saying? It's a mindset. Individually. That's why I was wilding out when niggas was even attempting to say, let's make a group. Now, I'm going to make a group. I'm going to make a group. I'm like signing paper, I'm a passport. What you talking about? We're individuals. So I hear a lot of guys say, I'm not a passport bro no more. Does it matter? Passport bro, men with passport, blue book gentlemen, you all gonna be labeled a passport bro. Period. It's over. It's international. You're done. But you can say what you want. Let me tell you this. That was disturbing. Now I had the understanding and the mindset to distance myself from this dude. I didn't put myself in his presence. I didn't exchange with numbers. I didn't hang out with this dude. I would not hang out with this dude based on his mannerism and his behavior and his weirdness when I was with him talking. And then when I seen him talk about the young girl the way he did and got the number, and I guess he got it popping with her. That's not somebody I would even attempt to entertain. Now we're gonna go back to the cocksucker Austin Holland. Now what I want you to understand is in DR, Colombia, even in Cuba, I run into guys and we talk about the travel space sometimes, and when that type topic come up, a lot of guys, and not just recently we talked about Austin Holloman. We was talking about something and a guy mentioned him. But what I want to say is, when guys mention Austin to me, and this is no disrespect to the guys if you see this video, because you would know the conversation we had, but it's all good because I told y'all dudes from the gate, right then and there, that how I felt about Austin Holloman. They don't like Austin Holloman for their reasons. They have their different reasons why they have a disdain for him. But the topic that we were talking about was dating and relationships, and how a lot of men are misguiding a lot of guys in the States talking about over the water and how women behave and how things supposed to be. Whoop-de-whoop, when they were just saying Austin Holloman is just, uneducated, unaware, very awkward. He really is not that good with women, and he gives bad advice. And I would say, and I have said, and to the dudes, I said, I disagree with that. I think Austin got a lot of good information. He's a world traveler. He's been around a lot. Of course, you're going to go through ups and downs. And I like his information that he gives to the people. It's not like he don't tell people that this is what works for him. This is how he approaches. This is how he deals with situations. And when you come here, this is my advice to you. But what happens for me may not happen for you. But what I will tell you is, I'll give you some information that give you the best shot to be the best that you can be. You understand what I'm saying? And that's just a snippet of how I told guys how I felt about his information. That's a beautiful thing. I would not say he's a bad person to listen to when it comes down to information about women and traveling, especially traveling. You know what I mean? They be like, yo, nah, so I just disagree. And it's all good. We can disagree on some. This is all opinions. I've never met Austin before. So I guess our point of mentioning that was this. Is that I'm not here to defend Austin. I'm I don't know him. I'm defending his point that he has made, and I witnessed. I think I know enough about him online, information he have gave to be able to make a educated opinion on his topics and his how he thinks. And I disagree with some of the things he say too. You understand me? Especially when it comes down to the word passport, bro. But at the end of the day, this is about this cocksucker, Floyd Holloman. And I say Floyd Holloman because Floyd is Austin Holloman responsible for creating this animal. Did he see something? Did he witness something? Did not say anything about it? This is my take. My interaction with Floyd was very strange and weird. And also the situation where I seen him talking with underage girl. So I already knew what type of mindset he was. You got a guy in Austin Holloman that's been hanging around this guy from state from country to country. You understand me? Have slept in the same hotel room, slept in the same Airbnb. I mean, they have close quarters. They have seen, he have witnessed this guy interact and do what he do best. You telling me he never seen nothing? He haven't seen anything? Was Floyd that, mysterious, very particular in his abilities to hide who his true nature is? Because trust me when I tell you, he's been doing this for a while. If the allegations are true against this cocksucker, you know this. Not something he just picked up. You smell me? And the second thing is, let me ask you guys a question. If you go to any country and you meet a guy, he's American, and you're like, yo, what's up, man? What's with the world? And then he's like, he's talking to you, but then you watch him behave in a certain way. Maybe he got that gangster attitude. Maybe he talking crazy. Maybe he a little bit too aggressive with the females. Maybe he just a little bit too loud. Maybe he a little bit too dirty. Maybe he a little bit too, it makes you feel uncomfortable being around him. Let me ask you a question. Would you be around him? The answer is no. And I don't know if that was a good analogy, but I guess what I'm trying to say is, Floyd is weird. I'm gonna tell you that. And in Austin, I never been around him, so I don't know. But I hear Austin is kind of awkward too. But I'm trying to figure out, how could Austin be around a guy that weird, that strange, that uncouth, that is just this. His mannerisms, the way he think, the way he move, the way he talk is just bad. And you share hotels, you travel with this group, and I just feel like was it an agenda that Austin was carrying on, or I just feel that's just you are who you hang with. You understand me? That's what I'm trying to say. So you are who you hang with. You understand? I want to say Austin is his own man. Austin is his own man. Floyd is his own man. I don't want to blame Austin for the creation of this animal. I don't think he created this animal. I think this type of attitude and behavior was already in this cocksucker. And I think that, we shouldn't go online, because I hear guys online saying, Austin had to be a part of this, or he probably get down like that, and, more information is going to be coming out about Austin. Let's not do that to that dude, man. And again, that's not me defending him. I'm telling you the offset that I'm just like, wow, it pushing me back a little bit, but I don't think we should go as far as to say that about Austin. I don't think we should do that. But I do find it weird. I do find it kind of disturbing. I do find it like, yo, bro, that was your dude. You know what I mean? I seen you dudes together. You smell me? He is synonymous with Austin. It's nothing. You look at Floyd, you think of Austin. You don't think of Floyd, you think of Floyd. You think he was the big homie. You think what I'm saying? Giving him good advice, talking to him about different things. But when I spoke to him and I was trying to dig in his brain, it was just like empty. I was like, I know Austin giving him the game and talking that talk. Austin aggressive.
This is all bad. This is all bad, guys. He's sitting there talking about when he met old boy. It's definitely, this guy is like, he's in for a lot of trouble in Brazil, for sure. What's going on, Oval Queen? Yeah, Casual Conversations TV. Damn, I was snoring? What the fuck? Did I fall asleep? Bro, I fall asleep on this dude's story, yo. I don't fell asleep on this dude's story, man. It's the way he was telling it. I was like, damn, yo. Damn, I was knocked out. Damn. I snoring loud. Damn, that's messed up. Damn. Because I'm laying down. That's what I should not be doing. No vlogs laying down. Because I do, I could have just, damn, knocked out. Yo, I used to be knocked out in class. That used to be crazy. You said, I thought I heard. Damn, I was knocked out, Fiona. He's still talking. I was knocked out. Like, I woke up. I was like, wait a minute. Am I still alive? And I looked at my phone. I said, oh, shoot. I said, let me just say something real quick. Don't even just ease back on into it. I was just going to ease back on into the conversation. Y'all like, nah, you was snoring, bro. Like, damn. Yo, one time, I fell asleep with the camera on. I fell asleep with the camera on, right, at my desk, knocked out. I was knocked out for about 2 hours. I'm talking about really going in. I'm talking about snoring, everything, just going in. That's like a hard sleep. You know what I'm saying? And I woke up, right? You know how the laptop is like on black? Like it ain't no more screensaver. It's all black. I said, I wonder if it's still on. I said, I think I signed off. Until I looked at the camera, it was green. I said, oh my God, yo, the camera's green, bro. I'm live. I said, maybe not. Then I took it up. It was a lot of people in there laughing, LOL, and it was like, yo, and they said I was like, not only if I was out, they said I put my head on the dresser. I put my head on the desk. My hand made a pillow. I was done. They sat there and watched me the whole time, yo, knocked out, yo. Somebody said it was like ASMR. They said it was like ASMR. They said it was like ASMR, just sleeping. One person said she was at work. I was putting her to sleep because I was sleeping so good. You said, yeah, she was smooth. Look, I woke up, right? I was like, yeah. So what is he talking about? You know what I'm saying? Y'all like, nah, bro, you was asleep. Oh, that's embarrassing. Yeah, but it's better that I'm glad I didn't have the camera on though. Imagine if I had the camera on. And y'all would have just y'all wouldn't even sign. Y'all would have been like, yo, I'm waiting for him to wake up, yo. This is crazy. Oh, one time, this is when I had Rachel and them on. Remember, Antoine, this was like a few months ago. It was Rachel on, Cutie, Heaven. They were on the panel. And I fell asleep. But I had it on mute, though. And people kept calling me. I was like, damn, what they calling? Somebody said, yo, hang up the live, yo, hang up the live. I'm like, what they talking about? And I went right back to sleep. I was like, what they talking about, man? Somebody tried to call me and I like exit the phone off on them. I was like, what they trying to do? I said, what they doing, man? I said, we live right now. Look, I'm live in my dream. I'm live. You remember that? I was like, yo, what they talking about, man? And I'm like, hey, I was gripping my pillow. I said, what they talking about, man? We live right now. Why they keep calling me? But I'm sleeping. I say, yo, that's crazy. I woke up. And then, no, I woke up to a phone call. Rachel said, yo, cut the live off. She said, yo, we're done. Cut the live off. To this day, I don't know what they were talking about, yo. I was knocked out. I don't know what they were talking about. You know it's bad, yo. You try to do a live and see, that's why I can't lay down when I do a live. I can't do that. Yo, I heard some of the stuff this dude was saying. He was talking about Floyd in DR. He met up with some older lady and some child. That's sick, yo. Floyd's sick, man. Dude, I was live in 2 different dimensions, yo. That's crazy. Yo, how many people can say that? Yo, live in 2 different. Yo, Floyd is where he is now. Floyd, let me tell you something, guys. Floyd, when they find out what he did in that Brazil, he ain't gonna make it in there. They gonna unalive him. He not gonna make it in there. Cause see, they said how they got caught. He was using Uber, the Uber the girls around, and the driver noticed that the girls were young, and he asked them where they're going. She's like, I'm going to some American house. He can't speak Portuguese. And he noticed that the girls were mad young. Yeah, Floyd is done, yo. He done. And one thing I do know, these pedophiles, they find each other. And he probably linked up with some guys, and he's like, yeah, I can get some girls. And yeah, he going to jail, yo. For real. He done. We ain't gonna, and here's the thing, we ain't gonna hear about him no more. We're not gonna hear about him anymore. See, over here, they do like news and stuff like that where we can follow the case. Not there. You never gonna hear about him. They gonna delete him. Straight up. You're not gonna hear about him no more. That's it. He done. He probably getting beat up now. We don't know. Because people like that, there's no cure for them. He's sitting there talking about, look, there ain't no cure for him, yo. Yeah, they put him in the trunk. Like, they didn't put him in the back seat. You know how they put you in the back seat? Nah, yo, they put him in the straight trunk, yo. I'm thinking they about to put him in the back seat. You know how they do here. No, they put him in the straight trunk where you put the luggage at. That's where they put him at to take him to jail. The trunk of the SUV. That's where they put him at. And that's where he belonged to. After hearing this story, that's where he belonged. But he about to get his issue now. He about to get his issue. Because I'm wondering, like, how is he able to stay over there that long? Maybe he was getting, you know what? He could have been getting a check every month, if you know what I mean. Because some people think he ain't rap tight. He probably getting one of them I ain't rap tight checks. He could be getting a check every month. I don't know. I don't know his deal. But he do appear to not be rap tight. Yeah, something. Yeah, he done now, yo. This dude telling the story.
Hood, type of, you don't give that energy. But this dude was just off. And I wanted to give my 2 cents and actually put his name in the topic of when he was talking to the 9 or 12-year-old girl on the corner of Europa. But I did tell a story before, and I said, damn, should I have said the story and used his name at the time? I don't know how I feel about that. Because, I didn't see anything. All I can tell you is what I heard and what I seen. I didn't see the option. So it's like, but what we're seeing right now, I'm just happy that guys are coming out. And I will tell you this, when I see a lot of guys coming out, see something, you say something. I say, you know what, I'm going to say something. Give you my experience. Now, at the end of the day, I'm in DR, so I'm having a great time, enjoying myself, man. But I just wanted to put this on the board, let the people know, and to encourage others to come out against this type of behavior. Because the passport bros, blue book gentlemen, men with passports, we don't go over the border for that type of activity, man. We don't play those games, man.
The blue
The
book
men that I hang
gentleman.
around with. I tell you dudes I hang around. You understand? I'm talking about older dudes. We don't play those games. That's disgusting. And now that sex tourist, that's what a lot of black women say that black men are going over the water for. That type of behavior. And we need to shut that down. Anybody that got a YouTube channel or TikTok channel, we need to put that in the air that we don't get down like that, and we denounce that. So we need to let the people know we don't get down like that. We letting them know. I'm locking them. I'm calling the police too. You understand me? I'm snitching. I'm telling. I'm talking to the boys. You see me? Rock with you, what's your for the channel? We get back to what I'm trying to do out here, man.
Yo, he just fast talking. Listen, they out there for the women, dog. Don't let them fool you. And look, he ain't in just a regular spot in DR. He's in Sosua. Everybody know the hell what Sosua is about, yo. Okay? He could be in somewhere else in DR. Why is he in Sosua? Don't let these people fool you, man. He's in Sosua for the women. Okay? That's because they're all around, because that's what they come to Sosua for. Yeah. Yeah, he saw a crime in action and didn't say nothing. You say you talking about the beach and he won't be going sunbathing? Yeah, he probably be floating somewhere after they get done with his ass. This is crazy. Yeah, he saw a crime in action. Didn't even say what the thing is out there, like where is he gonna go? Is he gonna go to the policia? Because them policia's on the take out there. It's not like the regular policia here. They on the take. So yeah, Floyd is a sick boy, man. Yeah, that's crazy, Floyd. Yeah, he said we. Yeah, Floyd. I don't know what to do, man. He told a disgusting story though. Yeah, man, the passport, bro. They said that he's a part of the passport, bro, movement. Like they go out exploiting women, and that's what they said in Brazil. You say you see Floyd face full of mental health. Yeah, he look, when he first linked up with Austin Holloman, he came to Brazil with no clothes. He didn't have no clothes. All he had is his backpack with his computer and his cell phone, charger, his wallet, and his passport. That's all he had. He ain't had no toiletries, nothing. Yeah, no toiletries, nothing. No clothes, just the clothes on his back. And Austin had to take him to the mall to take him shopping so he can buy the kids some buy the guy some clothes. Yeah, but traveling bum, he gets on that flight though. I give him that. He be traveling. Never seen nothing like it. And look, he'll ask his subscribers to donate to his GoFundMe. And people want to see a train wreck, guys. So they donate to him just so he can travel again with the hopes of him getting in trouble. Because they knew eventually he was going to get, I was like, oh, that dude, when I saw his face, I said, yeah, that's him. Eventually he was going to get in trouble because the way he act. It's a matter of time before he get in trouble, man. And it's like they were watching a train wreck. How are you going to go somewhere and ain't got no clothes? No clothes, no returning ticket, nothing. He just had enough money to get out there. Yeah, that's what, yeah, ask his subscribers to donate. Well, his GoFundMe. And guess what, Fiona? They paid for him. They damn sure did, because they knew he was going to use that money to buy a ticket so he can go get in trouble. They wanted him to get in trouble overseas. That's what they want. They want to see a train wreck. Sad, man. And they got it now, because he might get unalived. You said she's in a bad situation. You talking about Mary Jane? No, she got money. Mary Jane got money. She's what you call grifting. She got money. Do not let her fool you. She's trying to get enough money in her GoFundMe so she go to the next destination. Yeah, she need the money. She knows she gonna find somebody. Look, all you need is one fool. That's all you need. All you need is one fool. That's all you need. And maybe two. Yeah, nobody's giving her money. That's what she's saying. Yeah, she global with her thing. This is a full-time job. And she was out there where you was at, Fiona. She's been out there. And she's been out to Egypt too. I seen her like eating cheesecake with the damn pyramids in back of her at a restaurant. Living a good life. She's not embarrassed. See, that's the thing. See, we don't have that type of mind. She does. Black women more intelligent because they stop posting. Right. Oh, she does lives every day now? You know what I'm afraid for her is? I hope nothing happened to her where she just disappears. That's what I hope, nothing happened. Is she still in Brazil, Fiona? Last time I checked, she was in Brazil. I think she's in Brazil. Wait a minute, she's in Japan now? You know, the last time I checked her, she travels, man. The last time I checked, she was in Brazil. But now she's in Japan? Wait till I tell Rachel. Because that's Rachel don't like her. Wait till I tell her, yo. She do not like that girl. Hold on, let me tell her now. Hold on. I told her. See if she come in. She do not like Mary Jane. You said her energy is off? She's being dishonest? Damn, so she's in Japan. Last time I saw her, which was couple weeks ago, she was in Brazil. And she claimed she got robbed over there. And she had to ask for money. So she must have got enough money to get up out of there to go to Japan. She got money, but she just want more money so she can live comfortable. Because ain't nobody tell her to go to Japan. She's from New Jersey. She should have went back to New Jersey. Should have went back to Jersey. You said how you know if the energy is on? Because they watch her all the time. She asked for donations, then did a video showing off that she purchased a $20 banana. Who does that? Tell her to sell her Louis Vuitton. I haven't watched him in a while. You know who's a really good YouTuber in Africa? Wode Maya. He's a really good YouTuber. Yeah, her Louis Vuitton. Tell her to sell it. Her name is Mary Jane Byarm. Byarm. So it's Mary Jane Byarm. Mary Jane Byarm. And you'll see her picture come up. Let me see what Mary Jane. Let me pull her up. Let me see what she's talking about. Mary Jane. Let me see what she's talking about. Okay. I'm gonna see what she's up to. Fiona says she's been begging, but she lives a comfortable lifestyle all over the country. All she got to do is cry a little bit and get some money. Somebody gonna donate to her thousands, to get her right. Hey, Rachel, there she go. Rachel. Hey, Fiona, you there? Fiona just told us, Rachel, that remember last time we checked Rachel, she was in Brazil. Rachel, she's not in Brazil no more. She's in Japan begging. You talking about Mary Jane? Mary, yeah, I told her about Mary Jane in Japan. She look at her. I'm over Mary Jane. Ain't no one gonna give her any money. No, Rachel, they did give her money because she got out of Brazil. You said Mary whole energy is distorted. Listen, Rachel, somebody did give her money because she's in Japan now, begging. Yeah, you said Mary scammer. Yeah, the last of her. Hold on a second. You said the last of her 10,000. Yeah, somebody had donated. Her donors donated up to 10,000 for her. Yeah, she had money. Yeah, she had money, but she needed a little bit more to get her a nice hotel and to buy her nice food every day. And she bougie too. You know what I'm saying? To get her mochas and mocha lattes, whatever Rachel know about that stuff. Fiona, you do too. Y'all drink them fancy drinks, the mocha lattes or whatever y'all be drinking. You know what I'm saying? Let me get a mocha, a laka laka. Something y'all be doing. Now, what is she saying here? Spend my birthday with me, part 2. Oh, it's her birthday. Oh, yeah, she had to go live for her birthday because that's how she get a little money. Uh-oh, she said help. I need your help today. Community live stream. She said big end of the year fundraiser. She got a big end of the year fundraiser. She said, I need your help. Let's see. She need our help, y'all. Let me see. Let me hear what she got to say. She need our help. You do there you go. You do the blonde vanilla latte. What? Look at that. I ain't even never heard of that. The blonde, bet is nice. The blonde vanilla latte. See, I'm gonna have to go to Starbucks, ask for. I say, can I get the blonde vanilla latte? And see, when I go there, they laugh at me because of my voice. They say, "Sir, could you repeat that again?" I said, "I want the latte. Look, trying to be bougie. I want a latte grande." They said, "Sir, yeah, there it is. Your daughter does the lavender matcha. Yeah, let me get the lavender. I get what she's having. The lavender matcha. See, that's like bougies. I couldn't even know what y'all talking about. The lavender matcha. Not the regular matcha, the lavender matcha. Let me get that. See, you know what I'll do? I'll let y'all order first. I say, y'all order first, right? And then I'll be like ear hustling, see what y'all get. I said, I have what she's having. That's what I always do. I have what she's having. Okay, sir. Yeah, the matcha, the lavender matcha. And I try to say it how it's supposed to be sounding, and it don't sound right. And they like, sir, can you say it again? I guess because of my voice. When I go to the drive-thru, I say, can I get a grande mocha, please? In the summertime, they're like, what, sir? Can I get a grande mocha, please? They say, you want a what, sir? A grande. They say it because they laughing in the background. I said, y'all laughing at me again? She said, sir, your voice. I was like, a grande mocha, please. You said she's no longer popular. She lost so many views. Let me see how many. She said after that scam incident, she went silent. Yeah, when she did a whole trip for people, took their money, and didn't offer what she said she was going to offer. And it was easy for her to do it. She would have been collecting more money. All she had to do was follow through what she told him she was going to do. Be a tour guide, and she would have made more money. She could have added on to it. Talking about she got sick. Guys, I was in a bad place. I was so depressed. Yeah, well, be depressed being a tour guide, because that's what they paid for. Some of these people paid $1,200 a piece. She made some money, dog. And where did she go? Went lost in Africa somewhere. She sure did. She's from Jersey. See, I thought she was still stuck in Brazil. Now, Fiona said, no, she in Japan. I'm like, damn, girl. The girl in Japan now? But she be getting all them little bougie drinks. Yeah, guys, I'm at the cafe. I have me a matcha. That's how she talk. You know how they talk. I have a matcha with a little spritzer. And that's how Rachel do it. Let me get a little spritzer. A little spritzer in the matcha. I was like, yeah, I'm going to have what she having. You feel me? I co-sign. I was doing that when we was at the Nike store. Whatever she was saying, I'm like shaking my head and back. Mm-hmm. Yep. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. I was like this. Mm-hmm. She right. Mm-hmm. You said and she had her booty. And I don't know if she had her booty. You keep saying that. I don't know. She used to be really, really big. And she lost weight. You ever see her when she showed pictures when she was a teenager? She was like really, really big. Mary Jane. Y'all leave my girl alone. Mary Jane. She's just trying to get a little money to live. How she's like cosmic currency, man. You say you can't say regular coffee light and sweet no more. So how am I supposed to say it? Yeah, you're supposed to say coffee with, I don't know how to say it. I don't know. I don't know. Oh, this is a members only video. She made it, man. No wonder I can't watch it. She made it members only. Damn, she got members. Yeah, that's members only. And her end of the year fundraiser is also member only. And look at this. She's in Kyoto Street Food Market. Let's taste everything. Live from our home in Japan. That's fun. She got a lot of members only videos. So she's asking her members for money. See, she doing that so we can't say nothing. She made it members only, y'all. Yeah, she made it members only, man. So we can't say nothing. It's only her members. And her members gonna donate to her. Damn, it's snowing out there. I can't deal with this weather up here, y'all. I can't. I'm ready to go back down south. I can't deal with this shit. All this snow. You said what happened with the celestial world? Friday came and gone. Man, it's just freaking weather, bro. You said her member is probably younger than her. Yeah, she put it on. I wanted to see it, but she put on members only. Let me see what she's saying about her. Let me go to this. At least this video I can see. Mary Jane. Oh, she got a sleeve on. Let me see. On her arm. Okay. She looked depressed. She looked depressed. We'll hear what she got to say in a second. You said it's not that bad. Yeah, I don't like the snow, period, Antoine. I don't. I can't do snow, man. I'm used to like Virginia where we only had like one snowstorm a year, maybe two. And that's it. All right, let's hear what she's saying. This is her birthday. Think she waiting for some people to come in. Oh, she got her a fancy drink.
Thank you.
Hey, guys.
Hey guys.
Hey, guys.
Thank you for
Thank-
birthday wishes.
Thank you for the birthday wishes.
Thank you guys so much. Thank you.
Now sock it out your
Yeah, of
pocket.
course. And tour hours.
She want them to sock it out their pocket.
Hey, sisters.
She has a kimono on.
Thank you so much.
She's wearing a kimono.
Table. Thank you so much. Yeah, it's like matcha vibes. It's like matcha colors.
See? It's like matcha vibes. It's like matcha color, It's like matcha. That's my girl there. That's Mary Jane.
I have a whole nother kimono, but it just feels a little bit extra. You know what I'm saying?
You see? It's feeling a little extra. You know what I'm saying? Shit. She's saying thank you. They must be donating to the system. Socking it out their pocket. That's what she want, It's my birthday. Sock it to her sister pocket.
Hello, let's party. Thank you so much. Thanks, Tanya. Merry Christmas. Thank you guys for the birthday wishes. I am the big 30.
Oh.
I am 30 years old.
She's 30.
That's crazy. My 20s are over.
She
They're done.
She is 30.
It's Team 30, and I'm loving it. I'm loving Team 30 so far.
She's loving it.
It's a vibe.
It's a vibe. She's loving Team 30 so far. She's loving it. It's a vibe. Shout out to Mary Jane. She just turned 30. I might have to donate. She don't turn 30. Antoine, that's bad to me. Yeah, it's her birthday. It is. Her birthday is around this time. I know for a fact. I've been following her for many years.
It's like when you're walking down the street, it's like, I'm not a little kid. You know what I mean? It's like, I'm not a little kid anymore. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
Tanya. Merry Christmas, guys. I hope you guys had a very good... What were you guys doing today? Were you eating? Were you eating delicious food? I'm here by myself, so I spent my birthday by myself, which is totally okay.
It's totally okay.
Welcome to the Big Threes. Thank you very much. I love it so far. 30s it's kind of a vibe, you know what I'm saying?
It's a vibe.
Eating and visiting, I love it. Not gonna say I'm jealous. I'm not. I'm okay. I've been spending my birthday alone for years, and I'm having a ball. I'm home in Japan. It was pouring rain outside, but today it's snowing. Thank you so much, Brandon. So yeah, the vibes are good. I'm grateful to be here. I'm very excited. Hold on, what we got going on here? So yeah, yes, I live here. So I'm home until I go to Africa. I go to Africa in 2 weeks.
What? Hold up. She going to Africa in 2 weeks. Yo, we can't touch that girl, man. She going to Africa in 2 weeks. Okay? What's up, Abraham? She going to Africa, Fiona. She going to Africa in 2 weeks. We ain't messing with her, man. We not even touching her. She in Japan right now, but she about to go to Africa in 2. Her people be donating to her, man. I need to start doing that, guys. I'm going to set up a GoFundMe, man, to travel. Okay? I'm going to go meet up with everybody, everywhere. I just need to set up a GoFundMe. I'm going to raise $50,000. That way I could just travel a little bit. So I could get some mocha lattes and... Right, she was in Africa and left. Then I know she went to Brazil. Now she's in Japan. Now she's going back somewhere in Africa. Yeah, she go to a place, get fed up, then goes to Japan. But she has like a place over in Japan, Fiona. Her sister used to live over there too. Her sister used to model over there. I'm not sure if she might be at her sister's house because I know her sister models. Yeah, I would have an organized plan for sure. I'm gonna go here, go there. I'm gonna document, take video footage. My dope people that donate to the GoFundMe, you guys will be the first to see the production. You'll see the behind the scenes production, everything. Yeah, she's British, Antoine. You cannot mistake her accent. You said when she was in Brazil, she moved so many times. Yeah, because then she had claimed she had got robbed and she was being targeted. But she turned out that she didn't get robbed. She just left her phone in a taxi. So she didn't get robbed.
Oh my goodness, look at that. It's funny. Right. It is good fabric, isn't it? So yeah, I'm in 2 weeks I go to Africa. I'm going to visit 8 countries in January, which is gonna be fun. I hope everything goes smooth. I'm going to some very difficult countries. But right now I'm relaxing. Relaxing until that happens. You guys know I'm on a mission to visit all the countries on planet Earth. Every single one. So yeah. If you guys are having a Merry Christmas, hit the like button up in here. Hit the likey. Yeah, I want to talk to you guys today about my Bible study I was doing earlier. So, I was doing myself a little Proverbs study, which I do often. Not often, but at least once every 6 months. You do a little Proverbs, a little study of the Proverbs. It slaps you upside the face, you know. When you study the book of Proverbs, you get slapped, you know, by the word of God. And you know what? I wanted to talk about the things I was reading today, and see what you guys think. Thank you so much, Nisha. Thank you so much, sister. No, I kind of do my own thing here when I'm in Japan. I kind of do my own thing. I'm here to chill. You know what I'm saying? Like when I'm in Japan, when I'm home, I'm chilling. You know what I'm saying? It's like I'm still working because you know I'm a travel blogger, so you know we're still posting videos, we're still doing the whole deal. But like I just want to lay low and relax because I always have a crazy year. So when I'm in Japan, it's kind of like chill vibes. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, Yesterday, I was just eating, and there's a lot of tourists right now in the streets. They're in the streets, like running through the streets like wild monkeys right now. Like Christmas, everybody comes to Japan, so there are so many tourists right now. I'm kind of waiting for them to leave. I'm just kidding. I'm not kidding. Um, there's so many tourists here right now. A lot of people take like Christmas vacations to Japan. So when I'm walking down the street, everybody's American. I was in the grocery store today. Everybody in there was American. I hear Americans screaming and yelling, and I'm just like, no, I'm kidding. No hate. It's good for the Japanese government. um, it's good for the Japanese government. Thanks, Benny. And yeah, they are like wild monkeys. You should see them. They're screaming, and it's so funny because Japan is a very quiet country. Japanese people don't ever speak above a calm whisper. This is a Japanese person. They're very zen, they're very quiet. This is a quiet culture. Everything in Japan is arigatou gozaimasu, konnichiwa, arigatou de. It's very, very quiet. And then you hear the Americans and they're like, so it's just so funny because Americans in Japan stick out like a sore thumb, you know what I'm saying? But Japanese people don't say anything, you know? Like, Japanese people are just like looking around, you know? I do speak Japanese, so I do hear them talking, but like they don't say anything unless it gets like out of hand. Like sometimes you'll hear a Japanese person say like, please be more quiet. Like in Japan, we're not loud. And you'll hear Americans on the phone on the train, which is so, in Japan, it's considered so disrespectful to talk on the train. On the Japanese, on the metro, you can hear a pin drop. But when there's Americans, they're talking on the phone like, hey, we're headed to Shibuya. What time are you gonna? And Japanese people are just like, that is considered so bad. But anyways, yeah, I was just grocery shopping this morning, and already the streets are packed with the Americans. I'm American too. I'm not trying to separate myself, but it's just funny because I know they're on family vacations, and we're happy for them. It's a beautiful thing to be on a family vacation, so we're happy for them. Thank you so much. So yeah, anyways, they usually leave in like a week. Like most people on vacation that come to Japan for Christmas, they come and then they leave after January 2nd. So January 2nd, things start to die down again. But right now,
And she put me to sleep. Let me stop. I'm getting off. She about to put me to sleep now. Lord have mercy. It's her 30th birthday, guys.
December 25th. Thank you so much.
She born on Christmas. Damn, Mary Jane. That's the girl though. She put me to sleep, man. It would be another 5 minutes. I'd have been in dream world. You said she made a video saying she was robbed again. Yeah, she left her bag in the taxi. Yeah, and he returned it. But said she was robbed. And I was like, okay, Mary Jane. But yeah, so she's in Japan, but she's getting ready to go to a couple of countries in Africa. Yeah, man, that's it, man, guys. I'm gonna keep up on her to see what she up to, and see what Floyd doing. Floyd in trouble though. So from the way the guy was telling that story, Floyd gonna be under the jail. He gonna be under the jail after they finish with him. But shout out to her, Mary Jane. Birthday on Christmas. God damn, girl. No, she has, Fiona. She has been to a lot of countries. I've been following her for years. She has. Throughout when she first started, she's been all over the place. But she's trying to go to every country in the world, she said. I have a theory on her. I think it's another guy, his name Jermaine, and it's another dude named Check in Effect. Um, I honestly feel like these people could be spies for the government. I feel that way. Because Check, he be going to places where it don't make sense. And I don't know how these people getting all this money, and it's not from YouTube. You say you seen Check? Yeah, he be all over the place too. I honestly think some of these people are spies and they're working for the government. That's what I believe. And they're going doing reconnaissance mission with their video camera and hiding it like they're travelers because these people got unlimited resources to travel. Yeah, I honestly think that's what they're doing. Some of them. Jermaine used to do it too. And Jermaine Ellis, he used to travel all over the place, and I honestly felt like they were getting recon. Have I seen passport heavy content? I believe I did. Yeah. You say you remember Jermaine Ellis? Yeah, he rode an e-bike and a skateboard in New York. He did. I'm not sure if Passport Heavy still vlogging. I have to check. But yeah, I remember. You remember Check? Check is in somewhere in Africa right now, like Burkina Faso or somewhere. He's either there or somewhere. He said there's nothing in Burkina Faso. I know, but that's where he went. It's like is he doing recon? It's like they're agents. I mean, I'm thinking it because they have unlimited resources, and for her to cause controversy, it takes her off the radar because people think she's regular. People think that, oh, she's a grifter. That's what you're thinking. But I honestly think it's the opposite. Just to keep her safe. And Jermaine got caught out there, and he don't travel no more. When he was in Singapore, they said to him, "How come you only here for one day?" They kept him. They kept him for a while. They kept him for like at least 6 hours. They were questioning him. How come you only here for one day? What are you doing? And we noticed that you went to this country for a day, this country for a day, and you came here for a day. And the people like, well, what is your deal? Are you here to spy on us? What is your deal? And ever since that, he hasn't traveled no more after that. And it was another guy, he had locks. He was in Cuba, and this is before what's her name passed away, Asada Shakur. He said, "Hey guys," he said, "I'm here in Cuba." He said, by the way, do anybody here know where Asada Shakur is?" And everybody stopped smiling at him. He said, "Oh my God, I guess I said something wrong." And the guy just walked away. Nobody answered him. And then one guy said, he like, "No, I don't know where she is." Like, nah. He said, "Even if I did, I wouldn't tell you." I think he was hoping to go there to see where he can find her. Yeah, man, I think they're all agents. It's crazy. I think this is CIA stuff. You said you remember reading an article about who, Antoine? Oh, Asada Shakur. Yeah, but he went there asking where she's at. Nobody would say nothing. He's an agent. And I said in the comment section, I said, because he's an agent. He was sent there on a recon mission to see if he could find her whereabouts. Man, they'll send a Black Hawk helicopter to come there and get her ass. That's what they would have done. Met her before she left for Cuba. That was back in the 70s then. Yeah, she stayed over there all those years, passed over there. You said I saw that. Yeah, it was crazy. That's why now that I said it, when you look at these travel videos now you're gonna see it. Yeah, it's crazy, man. But anyway, guys, let me get out of here. I will talk to you guys before New Year's. If not, Happy New Year. And I'm wishing your new year will be prosperous. We're going to have a prosperous new year. and win in 2026. But I will be on before that. Yeah, but Mary Jane and them, you see, she's up to that's what she's doing. I don't know if they're agents, but they acting like it. Because think about it. I don't care how much money she's getting. How is she getting places in Japan, places here, places there? And they also went to China too. And you know the thing is, I think they got the idea from China. Who's the most traveled people on the planet? It's people from China. They travel all over. Who say that they're not doing a recon in different places? We don't know. So, but anyway, you guys have a good one. Um, oops. I will catch you guys. I will catch you guys on the next one. More likely to be tomorrow. But all right, y'all. Y'all have a good night.